So many wonderful talks, experienced so many amazing things today, and all of it has been about change. Make sense? What has come out of this for you today? Can I ask the question to you? What has come out of this for you today? Sorry? Pilgrimage?
Hope.
Pilgrimage?
Yeah,
Hope?
inspiration.
Inspiration? What else?
Certainty.
Sorry?
Certainty.
Certainty? Love? Connections?
Hope.
Sorry? Hello?
Hope.
Hope.
That change is only possible if we act on it now.
So change only happens if we act on it now. But the question to you as well is, what is change? What is change? And what are we changing? So we have two things that we need to consider. First, what is change? So change, intention, manifestation, transition, action, difference, transformation, belief, unity.
Pass of time.
So we've getting all of these very, very interesting, really, really interesting ideas. So change is actually a very, very difficult thing to understand. It's very, very, very difficult to understand because everything is actually in change all of the time. Because everything is in change all of the time, and on an ongoing basis, we find ourselves in a very difficult situation. We actually deal with change by creating fixed points in reality, or what we believe is reality. Do you understand what I mean by this? Okay? What I mean by everything is changing. The world is changing, society is changing, our bodies are changing. Everything is constantly moving and changing. But we actually lay down patterns within that change, which are fixed points that we hold on to for dear life, and then we really hold on to these for dear life, so that we can deal and cope with change that is a naturally occurring process. So we find ourselves with sort of two things that are happening in opposite directions. One is that we have this change that's going on, and it's a natural process that happens all the time. It's cycles and cycles and cycles of changes that are going on. But yet we resist them because we're looking to deal with them and not actually face them. But yet we want to actually change. We actually want to change. So we tend to change things on the surface, but yet these things that are holding, we'll call them patterns, that are holding us in place, they remain there. Do you understand what I mean by this? So, how do we initiate change? And what is it that we are going to change? Do you understand my question? So, we have three areas. The first area is to do with our duties, the things that we do in everyday life. And I don't mean the sort of the daily things that we do, but actually how we uphold our role and our duties that we have as a human being. This is actually quite hard to change. It's actually the most difficult thing to change. The next thing that we're looking at with regard to change, and the second point, is with regard to the concept of time. Every aspect of time. So this means our age, how we perceive time, how we interact with time. This is a little easier for us to change because we can actually work to change time slightly and our relationship with it. But the easiest thing to work with is situation. This is the easiest thing for us to do. We can take ourselves out of situations to break patterns, to actually change things. Because if we change situations, if we move situations, this has an impact on how we use time, has an impact on how we operate in this world. Is this, you clear with me on this?
Yeah.
So, underlying all of this, we have to be aware of our patterns, our habits, how we come to interact with ourselves, and the patterns we have with ourselves and the patterns we have with others and society. And it's by looking at these that we can actually start to change things. So we need to be aware of these, aware of the patterns, aware of the memory, aware of the imagination that we construct into these patterns, because they're actually beneath the surface. Even though we're changing things on the surface, we're just moving them around, but deep down, we really need to look at something. Does this make sense? And for me, this is what is hopeful. For me, this is what is about pilgrimage. For me, this is what is about us facing ourselves and also doing something which is really positive in this world. And I just want to thank Christabel and Ruby for putting this whole thing on, so that what we can do is that we can start to look at these things and not look at them on the surface, but actually start to look at them a little bit deeper within ourselves, because it's only by us looking deeper within ourselves that we can start to do this. So thank you all for coming. Do one thing, just place your feet on the ground. Place your hands just onto your thighs. And just come to close your eyes. And I'd like you to feel your feet on the ground. And I'd like you to feel your hand on your thighs. So you have your feet and the contact they have with the ground. You have your hands and the contact they have with your thighs. And then you also have your breath as it comes in, and your breath as it comes out. Shando mudra shanvarunaha Shando bhavatvayama Shana Indro Brihaspati Shana Vishnu Rama Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyam Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami
Tanmamavatu Tadvaktara Mavatu Avatu Ma Avatu Vaktara Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
So when you're ready, please come to open your eyes. I just want to take a moment to thank these two wonderful people here. And I hope that you'll all join me by thanking them and say thank you so, so much for putting this wonderful day on and helping all of us to move forward. So thank you.
Thank you.